So today, let's solve this riddle. Just stay with me. I hope to make you think a little. Now hear what I say and think it through, because what I'm about to give you is your very first clue. Now this is small, but tends to look big. When it takes root, oh, how deep it digs. When it takes hold of kings and queens, it will make them forget what their title even means. See now this thing? It will stop you dead in your tracks, make you wholly believe in counterfeit facts. See now this thing? It messes up your thoughts. It's something you never admit to, even when you're caught. Now this topic is one that's far too underrated because most people think, well, it can't be eradicated. Like, oh, it happens to everyone, so I'll just shut up. But ignorance and silence are never enough. Now you may be offended, but please don't huff. See, it's like ignoring the rotting flesh in an open wound. By referring you to a doctor, am I really being rude? But to all those who have believed that lie, I'm here to tell you it's wrong. If you call out to God, you'll never die. And I'm not talking physically, I mean, I'm not crazy. See, I know our bodies all fade out at the end of the day. But this next chapter, that part is great, where there's only love and never hate. But I mean, that's a talk for another time. I've gotten off topic. Now back to solving the crime. Now you may say, whoa, what's he talking about crime? But the offense is that this thing steals your time. It will waste countless hours all on your dime. Now the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. This is his greatest weapon, not to be confused with a toy. Now you may think this is sin, because, well, after all, that's what makes everyone unclean. But cleanliness is not our main concern, because, see, through the cross, we got a wash that we didn't earn. A bill for sinners now paid and made free. Now we can enter heaven because Jesus waived the fee. This feeling, though, it'll hold you back. It'll make you vulnerable to the enemy's attacks. However, if the Holy Spirit is within you, you'll shine so bright, glowing in truth. So by now you may have guessed it, but one last clue. In whatever you do, it'll try to make you quit. Now it may be foggy or it could be clear that the answer to this riddle is a thing called fear. Now, I mean, what is fear? Like, what's its deal? Well, F-E-A-R means false evidence appearing real. Like a big balloon being blown up for all to see, handing you a list of unsatisfiable needs, failing to realize this balloon just needs a pop because it'll grow bigger and bigger until we say stop. Now, after all that you've heard, let's turn to the word. God says, fear not, for I am with you, not only in joy, but in darkness too. You may say, okay, look, dude, but I'm no Paul. But to that I say, even a boy named David answered the call. Because even the biggest giants will come tumbling down, but we must stand in faith because that is the only solid ground. If you feel that you're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, fear not suffocation, for he will give you breath. If you feel overwhelmed with anxiety and stress, submit it to Jesus because he can give you rest. Because where the world cannot, he can still free us. Free from what? Free from sin, free from temptation. Because the sinner's prayer, that was just orientation. It's the beginning of something great where we can live our lives without pride, but in humility and faith. So one last thing before I go, because I think it's something that we all should know. When we decide to live our lives out for each other, Satan has no option but to simply run for cover. Now, I'm not an apostle and I'm not a pastor, but I'm running this race. And with Jesus, I'm faster.